Have you noticed the growing involvement of Indian ownership in the Caribbean Premier League? It's difficult not to. After the Red Steel turned to the Knight Riders, the Tridents have now turned to the Royals and the Zouks have turned to the Kings. All direct connections with IPL franchises, the likes of Kolkata Knight Riders, Rajasthan Royals, Punjab Kings. But what does this mean for the CPL? Who benefits? And is the CPL being taken over by the IPL? We connected with the CPL Chief Executive Officer to talk about the changing ownership of CPL franchises. 6 years ago, it was the TNT Red Steel bought over by Red Chillies Entertainment, the parent company of Indian Premier League team Kolkata Knight Riders. In the last week, the Barbados Tridents turned into the Barbados Royals and the St. Lucia Zouks to the St. Lucia Kings. IPL franchise owners seem to have now an interest in investing in CPL franchises. 3 of the 6 CPL teams are now owned by Indian businesses. But the league's Chief Executive Officer Pete Russell assures CPL fans and stakeholders the brand of the tournament remains intact.
It's not as if we have BCCI or IPL coming in and I think it's been suggested in certain quarters that there is some sort of Indian takeover here. It's just not that at all.
In fact, Russell says Indian ownership has raised the standard of CPL franchises. He used the TKR as an example, saying foreign owners build the franchises, nurture the talent and enhance development.
As I said, I think we've seen that with Trinbago. We certainly saw it last year in the first time that St. Lucia got to a final. And I think you'll see it again with Barbados now. So, I think all boats rise when you get quality franchise owners as we have, which is very exciting for us, obviously, as a league.
Russell admitted, though, that he's disappointed corporate Caribbean didn't play a bigger role in owning franchises. But for the Amazon Warriors, no franchise is regionally owned.
To your point, yes, I am both surprised and I wouldn't say disappointed, but, I think the product lends itself to have some big name Caribbean partners in there, and hopefully as we improve the product and gain more visibility over the coming years, we will be able to partner with some local entities.
Russell assures the biggest party in sport won't lose its flavour from foreign ownership. Former England cricketer Roland Butcher says the West Indies must stop blaming pitches. His comments came after the West Indies white ball captain Kieron Pollard criticised the pitches in St. Lucia and Barbados in the aftermath of series against Australia and Pakistan. Instead, the Barbadian told the Mason and Guest programme last night that the regional side must see this as an opportunity to create better batsmen.
Send a message to the players, listen, this may not be the ideal pitch, but we have got to play on it and try and play it to the best of our ability.
And make the necessary adjustments.
Try and find a way to play on this. And we'll become better players.
Meanwhile, it was confirmed that the West Indies under-19 team would be headed to England soon. Sir Curtly Ambrose will go from commentator to bowling coach of that West Indies under-19 team. Star West Indies T20 cricketer Dwayne Bravo says the regional side must not get carried away with a favourites tag ahead of the T20 World Cup. Bravo was speaking as rain ruined what would have been his final match on Caribbean soil. In reflecting on his career, the all-rounder said when it comes to his time as a West Indies cricketer, a lot of politics came into play. But now in the twilight of his playing days, Bravo wants to make his last T20 World Cup a memorable one.